Former staff leak that Meg defamed Catherine on a diary found by MI5. She wrote, "Kate, never on my level. The royal family have been dealing with a pernicious infiltrator intent on desecrating the most private spaces. It's a good thing Meghan will most likely not be allowed to return. One of the ways she's attempted to undermine the royal family is by threatening to release a diary. Some of the following threats are confirmed and others are unconfirmed. There's a leak within Meghan and Harry's former staff at the palace who are preparing to expose the Duchess's palace diaries, which contain a stream of potentially explosive secrets that could cause a crisis for their entire family. Meghan was penning a diary ever since she moved to the UK, and it's full of bombshells about the royals, a well-placed palace source reveals. Meghan told The Cut that she found a journal in their cottage and didn't sign an NDA. After the Cut interview, an insider said, "She wrote it all in a diary as an insurance policy. It contains her most personal thoughts, feelings about each family member, including who she dislikes, how she's dealt with conflict, royal showdowns which have never been revealed. By the sounds of it, this journal was rediscovered this summer." According to another source, Meghan wrote on a diary that Kate Middleton is a creepy woman for wearing everything that Diana used to, trying to win sympathy by using a dead mother-in-law. Scary. Zero personality. Oh, I've only got one thing to say. No matter what you think, Kate will never be on my level. She left those diaries in Frogmore when they fled the UK, so they were found and MI5 or whoever has that folder made photocopies, and the photocopies are in the folder, and they already know what's in the diaries. The royal family has whole buildings full of people to deal with threats. They're clearly not worried about this diary. Diaries are only interesting if they're found after someone's death. But even then, there's no guarantee words written in it are true and can destroy someone. If she does release a tell-all book based on her so-called diaries, it'll be the absolute ruination of both her and Harry. They'll be utterly destroyed by it because neither one of them are capable of introspection. When his grandmother died last September, Prince Harry's relationship with the rest of the royal family could be described as fractious at best. The explosive Oprah Winfrey interview, plus fears surrounding what other bombs might be detonated in his and his wife's Netflix docuseries, had shaken the firm's foundations. Then, less than a month before the Queen's death, came Meghan's Spotify podcast, Archetypes, in which she detailed the toll being a working royal took on her mental health. The Sussexes' very public attacks on the royal family came at a challenging time for the Queen, whose health had noticeably deteriorated since the loss of her husband Prince Philip the previous April. So much happened while she was still alive, and it must have made her last year more difficult, says royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams. Oprah aired when Prince Philip was ill. Just says it all, really. The attacks over that period, especially Oprah, did harm. But Spare was about to take things to another level. While Queen Elizabeth emerged unscathed, royal experts claim she would have been deeply upset by the memoir and by the interviews Harry gave to promote it. I'd surmise that she would have been very disappointed, says Richard Fitzwilliams. There was no doubt that she would have perceived it as damaging to the institution of monarchy, especially among the young, so I think it would have aggrieved her.